Lexi, play! Oh, keep stepping in there.
Let them know we're going to get started in about 1 minute. If you want to mute your screens, you can, but we're going to get started in just about 1 minute. Okay, hey everybody. I need to actually post that we're starting on Diamond Empire. I haven't posted that yet, but while I'm doing that, real quick, I'm so excited about tonight because we are going to get to hear from some of Diamond Empire's top distributor enrollers. And so if there's ever anybody to learn from, it is those, right now out there just crushing it, doing it, okay? And let me tell you something before we get started, because I'm going to kind of take us through a little something, but every month you should have a goal of what it is you're going after, okay? And so the 85 that are on right now, and I know more will hop on, but what is your goal for this month? I want to ask you guys that because you're watching right now. And feel free, put it in the chat. What is the number of customers you want to sign this month? And what is the number of distributors you want to sign? Because here's one thing I'll tell you. In the over 5 years I've been in this business, the months I've set goals, I've literally crushed them. The months I haven't set goals, I'm like looking at my hair, I'm looking a hot mess, but that's okay. The months I haven't set goals, nothing happens. I just almost like drift, okay? And so that's what I would say to you is, what is your goal for the month? So put it in there. Like, because if you don't have a goal, you've probably heard the analogy before that it's like a dartboard, right? Are you ever gonna hit a bullseye if you're not trying? If you're just shooting, you're just like, wherever, that's great, wherever. You're never, ever, ever gonna hit the bullseye, okay? And so that's what I would say, to you guys. Is I love seeing in the chat, set your goal. What's the number of customers you want to sign? What's the number of distributors that you want to sign? Let's even get more specific. Like, right now It Works has an incentive trip. You can literally get your night stayed. It Works is going to rent out a resort in Florida, and you can come be a part of that, but you have to earn points. How do you get points? It's the months of September and the months of October. It's the number of, every loyal customer. You get I'll probably butcher it, y'all, but you get, I think, 100 points for every loyal customer. You get 200 points for every distributor. Someone smarter than me, feel free to put in the chat all the points. You get 250 points if somebody you join has 400 in volume. If somebody goes Ruby under you, I think that one might be 500 points or 1,000. I don't know. If you run your auto ship for 125 BV, I know you get 500 points. If you bought your conference ticket, 500 points. Thank you, Tracy. So you get points for working your business. Who right now, like, they're going to take 300 people. 300 people are going to get to go on this trip. And so who right now is in the top 300? If you're in the top 300, I want you to say, I am, because I'm signing customers, I'm signing distributors. Here's the thing. There is nothing, if you're not signing customers and if you're not signing distributors, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but the problem is you. You are the problem. So let's change it because people are doing it, not just me. You're going to hear from Tessie and Tracy and Tiffany, and you're going to hear, how many customers right now. We're only at the 8th of the month. Comment below how many customers you've signed and how many distributors you've signed in the chat. Comment right now and let's see. Because sometimes I think people think like, well, I don't know how to do it. So-and-so's doing it. No. Tessie has signed 6 LCs, 5 DTs. Liz has signed 5 DTs, 5 LCs. Hope has signed 6 DTs, 4 LCs. Like, people are signing. Lacey has signed 4 customers. Okay, yeah, look at the chat. So there's any excuse you're telling yourself of why you can't, stop. That's your mind. That's, I believe the enemy trying to keep you from thinking you can do it because you can. You can do it because people are doing it. You're going to listen to people, look in the chat. And tonight you're going to get to hear from people totally different than you and different from each other doing it. So let's get started. And what I kind of did is, I'm going to have a little sip of my coffee. Y'all, I've had the worst allergies. I was at my kid's school all day volunteering. But here's one thing I'll tell you. This business, you can work it from anywhere. I signed 2 customers while making photocopies, laminating, working in the library. And it's awesome. Because what other job could I be there at my kid's school for both kids doing it, So I might be worn out, but that's okay. Look at Valerie. Heck yeah, girl. 10 LCs and 3 DTs. I think that's what she's already signed this month. Take a minute and look at that. And you're going to see, okay? So I'm super excited. So here's what I kind of want to do. I want you guys to get to hear from these girls of what they've done, how they're signing DTs. But I feel like I get to run my mouth just a little bit because I also was in the top enroller. So I'm a top DT enroller this month. So you get to hear me run my mouth just a little bit before I pass the mic. But what I want to hit on first is I feel like we have so many new people, okay? So if you are on tonight and you have been in the business for 2 months or less, so if you joined in September or you joined in October, I want you to, in the chat, if you have figured out how to use the chat yet, put I joined in September or October. Because now look at, we're up to 119 people on. Put if you joined in September or October. I want to know what newbies we have on because I want to celebrate you because you're actually on a training. Oh, look at Amanda joined 2 days ago. Go, girlfriend. Awesome. Okay, I see some Septembers. I joined the last day of August. Okay. October. Awesome. Into September. Okay. So here's the thing. And I want to say this because whether you just joined or whether you've been in, every month, you guys, here's the thing. Your goal every single month is to enroll 4 customers and 3 distributors. So if you just signed up, okay, you just joined, your goal is to, number 1, you just signed up, sign up 4 customers, 4 LCs. But can I tell you a secret? If you've been in 5 years, guess what your goal is this month? To sign at least 4 customers. I don't care if you're Sherry Lynn Alcala, or Stacy Alcala, or Danielle Boyle, or Kelly Brown, or Esty Martinez, or Billy, or Melissa, or Melanie. Your goal is to sign at least 4 customers. And then we'll get to the distributors and to sign 3 distributors. It works, gives us the steps to success. Every month, 4 LCs, 3 DTs. That's how you make money, go Ruby. Guess what happens? If all of a sudden you feel like you start going a little bit backwards, or you feel like your volume starts dropping, I can almost always talk to somebody, and the problem has been they haven't been bringing in new. They've not been bringing in customers. They've not been bringing in distributors. Or if they have, they're not teaching their team to duplicate it. That's when you go backwards. So if you're just joining, congrats. I'm so glad I see all these people. Your goal right now is 4 customers, okay? So when I joined, I'm going to talk super duper quick because by 8:50, I'm passing the mic. But when I first joined, and I'm gonna watch the clock. Someone, y'all can yell at me if I go too long. I can see Hope. Hope, you can be like, Sherry, zip it, okay? But when I first joined, those first 4 customers, I signed up. I joined because, listen to me, I was excited to try the wraps. For me, it was the wraps. For some of you, it was the greens or the keto coffee, or you just wanted the dollar bills, baby. That's okay. What did you join for? Okay, so for me, it was the wraps. So before my kit came, I was like, shoot, I'm going to try some wraps. They're going to tighten and tone my tummy after 2 babies. The second one was a C-section. I had folds and flaps and skin hanging in places it shouldn't hang. And I was like, I'm pumped to try these wraps. I did not have to try my wraps to share what I was pumped about. I paid $99, and I heard if I signed 4 customers, I got some shopping spree. So what did I do? I called my mom. Mom, okay, I knew my mom might not love the wraps. That might not be her jam, but I was like, greens. If you have a mouth, you should drink greens. If you have a mouth, why shouldn't you drink 30-something fruits and veggies, 50-something superfoods, detoxify, alkalize, balance your pH? So I told my mom about the greens. I was like, I want you to try these greens. I will give you my discount. I will hook you up with my 40% discount, my wholesale price, if you will be a 3-month tester and try the greens for 3 months. Will you do that for me, Mom? You birthed me. You love me. Will you do that? Sure, babe. Yeah, I'll try the greens. And if you don't like the greens, Mom, which I know you will, I'd never tried them. Next month, you can edit your shipment to Fat Fighters. Guess what? You get my 40% discount. I asked her. I was pumped. I was excited. Boom, she signed up. Told my old boss, okay, Shelly, these wraps, friend, I'm going to try these wraps. Here's a before and after photo. Do you want to be a product tester? I can give a few people my 40% discount. I can give a few people my wholesale price. Would you want to try these for me and be a product tester? I can hook you up. Yeah, sign me up. Okay. I was excited. I was asking. That's the problem. Some of you joined and you're sitting there and you're just like, well, I posted today. Maybe everybody's not just going to come running to you. Some of you, maybe they do. But maybe you need to pick up your phone and call some people and see if they want to try. And be excited and be pumped. And then I asked my friend Kate, Kate, girl, you buy anything. You were on QVTV or whatever that show is buying stuff. I got some products. Like, what's your goal? Like, I can hook you up. I can hook a few people up. Yeah. I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay. I'm like on my website. I don't know how to lose 10 pounds. I think the Fat Fighters and ThermoFit is what it used to, no, ThermoFit. Yeah, it used to be called ThermoFit. Now it's ThermoFight. I think that girl and some wraps, let's get you those 3. Like, you will lose 10 pounds. And she did, thank the Lord, because I was like, I don't know, I'm just going to sell you some products. She ordered. You just get excited. You get confident. And you ask people, make a list. Go through your Facebook A through Z. We have awesome sample messages. Go to Diamond Empire Beginner Bootcamp. Send out a message. Hey, girl, updating my portfolio. Looking for a few product testers. Are you interested? Boom. There you go. Ask your Facebook friends. Don't forget, who would bring you chicken noodle soup if you're sick? Maybe you're like, girl, I don't have anyone that would bring me chicken noodle soup. That's okay. I've never signed somebody to this day, 5.5 years in. Okay, listen. I've never signed somebody with less than 100 Facebook friends. I've had a couple of you crazies that didn't have a Facebook, so we went to your Instagram, and you at least had 100 Instagram people, okay? Just ask. The answer's no if you don't ask. So start asking, okay? And if you've been in a while, add new people on Facebook, add new people on Instagram, and just ask. But don't discredit your warm market, because listen. Then after I got my 4 LCs, which I got my 4 LCs before my wraps came. So some of you that have been signed up, if I can get 4 LCs before my wraps come, you can get 4 LCs before your wraps come. Just start asking. Be excited. Be ignorant. Tiffany said she got hers too before her wraps came. Be ignorant on fire. But if you're not excited, nobody wants to buy something from somebody that's not excited. Just start messaging. Then sure, put up a post. Absolutely. And be consistent and stop saying that no one's ordering when you posted one time. Like, I don't even have words for you. So get your list out, send some messages, put up a post every day. But while I'm doing this, listen, people say yes to you before they say yes to the business. Go to my Facebook and see what kind of things I post. Almost every day, it's something about the business, then something about non-business, but I might still drip the business in, but I don't want to look like a billboard. I want to show, what do you want to show people? Your friend, like, do you want to show people your family? Do you want to show people that you love makeup, you love interior design, you love cooking, you love dogs, you love the Lord, you love whatever? What do you want to represent? Positive quotes. Show you, show the business. They say yes to you before they say yes to the business, okay? And that's true, because if you don't ask them, I will. And I love when you plant seeds for me. I love it. Keep doing it. Keep posting about it and never asking anybody, and I hope I can ask them, and they'll say yes to me because they saw all your posts. That's what happens to us. We post, we plant these seeds, people watch, they watch, and you never ask. And then Sally Sue asks if they want to be a product tester, and they join with Sally Sue, and you're like, but you were the one they were watching. So posting is not asking, okay? So 4 LCs every month, that's what you do. And you have to post, you have to message, you have to follow up after you message, and then you add new people, expand your network. And don't just add random, like, people. Like, who's that friend that you're like, man, if she would join my team, she would kill it? Add her friends. Or, oops, I'm not recording, but it's probably honestly better when I don't record, but then people are like, you didn't record. Oh, I am recording? Oh, cool, okay. But then I hate posting these and then everyone watches and hears me. But so then, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the randoms. Go to a boutique you like and add those people. If you're a boy mom, go to the hashtag boy moms, add some boy moms. If you're a horse rider, what are they called? Equestrians? I don't know. Go to a hashtag, add people that ride horses. If you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is that are things you're into, get those kind of people. If there's like a store you like, add those people, okay? So you post, message, follow up, expand your network. That is it. Like, if you're going to come to me and say that you can't sign anybody, I'm going to say, well, the problem's you, so let's figure out how to fix it. What can we do to fix it? Because you probably didn't ask enough people. Because one thing I know is it's a ratio. It's a numbers game. Some of those people that have signed 10 customers, they've probably sent out, like, feel free, anyone in here. So, like, I saw someone said 0 LC, 0 DTs. Not to put you on blast, but, like, how many messages have you sent? My guess would be probably not a lot. I mean, but thank you for being honest. I'm scrolling through the chat. Someone else said, Jackie said you've signed, 6 LCs. How did you sign those? Someone put, and if you know how many messages you send a day, Chromebook, you put 9 LCs. Put in the chat what you're doing. I would love for you to do that. Robin said 10 LCs. Robin, would you mind putting in the chat what you've done and, like, be specific, which I know we're going to talk to you in a minute, but, like, how many messages do you send or how many host to post you get up? Because literally the difference between those that are saying they signed 0 and those that are saying I've signed 7, I've signed 4, it's normally what they're doing. Okay. So Shanice said she sends 200 messages, including follow-ups. Tessie said I send 100. Okay. Host to post. Goal is 200 messages a day. So Robin sends 200 messages a day, and she has signed 10 LCs. So you're like, well, I haven't signed 10 LCs. Boo, are you sending 200 messages a day? Probably not, because I'm not. And I haven't signed 10 LCs, so there's my problem. You know what I mean? So, like, normally it's just the ratio. You just aren't doing enough. I have, so listen, Tiffany said, I do host to post daily. Goal is to have 10 to 15 posts up a day. So Tiffany gets 10 to 15 host to posts up a day. So how many people is she having to ask to get 10 to 15 host to posts up a day? Tiffany, put how many you've signed this month. I'm sure you already did. And let's see. So that's the difference. The girls that are signing, they're just doing more, but you can do it. Okay. So we're going to talk to these people and figure out what they're doing, but that's kind of what I wanted to tell you. So step 1, you just joined, make a list of who are you going to ask if they want to try a product. Make that list. Start getting consistent right now, posting daily, business, non-business, expand your network, add some new people, but don't forget, there's people you know. So start writing out some people to message, to ask to try a product. And listen, and my time's up, but after I got my 4 LCs, then I said, who do I want to do this business with? I want to do it with my sister-in-law, who's my best friend, Stacy. So I asked her. Guess what she said? No, for 3 weeks. But I didn't sit there, and I did harass her. So yeah, I harassed her. But I didn't go, well, I'm only going to ask Stacy. It's like, well, I want her to. I'm going to keep asking. I'll follow up. But I'm not going to wait for Stacy. I'm making money with or without Stacy. I'm glad she joined me. But then I asked Kathy. Kathy said, yeah. I asked Yadis. Yadis said, yeah. I'm moving on. I'm not going to, I asked Esty. Esty said, no. Okay, boo, watch me make money for a year. And she did. And then she joined after a year. And I would still follow up, friend, it'd be so fun to do this with you. Friend, it'd be so fun. Some will, some won't. Who cares who's next? But I kept asking. People ask, what was your secret? What did you do? How did I go diamond in 3 months, double in 4 months, triple in 6 months, presidential in 1 year, ambassador in 18 months? I asked 10 people a day to join my team. And I did that every single day for like my first 2 years. That's 70 people a week of like asking. And I started warm market. I went through my Facebook. So it was easier for me to sign people I somewhat knew versus cold market. And then I branched into my cold market and I kept growing my new market. Okay. So anyways, that's what you do. And so I asked, and that's how my team grew. So I was excited. I said, hey, let's do this. If we're not making money in 1 year, we'll quit. Like, girl, let's do this. Let's try this. I think we could do this. I want to do this with you. And people always want to know what was my script. And I've got scripts. I didn't use a script to ask Stacy. I didn't use a script to ask Yadis or to ask Esty or to ask Kathy. They were my friends. I just called them and I invited them. And I asked one of my best friends, Ashley, my bridesmaid. She told me no. And guess what? She wouldn't even order from me for 4 years. She's now an awesome customer. Although I have to log in to like order everything for her. But that's okay. Like, she told me no to the business and she's an awesome customer. My maid of honor told me no. She's never done the business. She did become a customer in order 3 months and quickly turned off her auditorship. But that's okay. I didn't like stop because my maid of honor and one of my best friends said no. Like, I just still kept going. Okay? And then some join you and they take off and they go presidential diamond like Esty, and Stacy went ambassador diamond, and Edie went double diamond, and some join me and they quit. And that's okay. Some will, some won't. Who cares who's next? But every month, listen to me if you listen to nothing else. Every month, I would bring in new customers, my 4LCs, and I bring in new distributors, my 3DTs. And it keeps growing. And then I teach others to do the same. That's how I got here. I do this, I teach this. I do this, I teach this. And I do it, ready for the secret, every single day consistently. I'm never not doing it. I don't take a week off like some of you. I don't take 2 weeks off like some of you. Every day, because it's changed my life and I don't ever want to go back to the life I used to live. So I do it. Okay? So now I'm going to shut up and let's hear from some of these top enrollers. And I sent the girls an order and what they're going to do. These are our top distributor enrollers. Okay? And they are going to, I sent them the order. Where's that? Right here. First up is Lindsay, and they're going to share real quick what they did to be a top distributor enroller, and then they're going to give you something that you can do. I said to these girls, I want you to share what is a tip on how you became a top enroller, and give us something we can do. Lindsay, you're up first. Girlfriend, are you here? Can you hear me? Yay!
Yeah.
Hey, sister.
Okay.
So tell me right now, tell everyone your rank, how long you've been in, and we know you're a top distributor enroller. If you want to say how many last month, if you even know, feel free to say that. And then we want to know, what did you do to sign these distributors?
Okay, so my name is Lindsay Davis. I'm a double diamond in the company. I've been doing this for, well, this will be my 11th month this month. So
Your 11th?
Mm-hmm.
Not even 1 year yet. Ah, amazing, y'all. Okay.
Okay, so I signed.
Not even in 1 year yet. Okay, go.
Okay, so I signed 10 distributors last month. To me, one of the most important things to me was posting personal every single day. Like even if I was only able to get, for some reason, if I was only able to get one post up in a day, I would want that to be a personal post because like I feel it's that important. And so whenever I do post personal, I try to be like inspiring and encouraging. And so like I'll talk about like struggles that I might be going through. And I don't talk about my struggles in a way that's like airing my dirty laundry or like to complain or anything. Like I talk about what I'm going through, and then I talk about like how I'm getting through it, like how God is bringing me through it. And so that's like it's an encouragement to people. In the mornings I read, like I have my Jesus time in the mornings, and I'll read my devotionals and things like that. And so like I get a lot of my personal posts from those devotionals. Like I'll talk about like just kind of like what I got from it, just whatever's on my heart. Sometimes I'll even post about like just simple song lyrics, like just something simple that just kind of like I don't know, just something simple that's encouraging for people. Like my sister was teasing me last week because I posted, it was a really simple post with just Christian song lyrics, and it had like 480 likes. I was like, what? But like it gets the rest of your post to be seen more, and like people, whenever people see my posts like that, it kind of like builds their trust in me, and like it creates a positive relationship with me. And I've never even talked to those people. It's just all through my posts. And so like I want to be the person that people can relate to, but also the person that people can look up to. And so whenever I do post about the business, I try to keep it like kind of vague. I don't say things like I work for It Works and I do this and this and this every single day. Like I say things like this side hustle or this little business for my phone, things like that. I don't answer all of their questions in my post. Like I make it so that they have to message me in order to find out what it is that I do. And pretty much all of the distributors that I signed last month, they either commented on my posts or they actually reached out to me in a message and said, okay, what is this that you're doing? And so I was able to talk to them from there. And, of course, like just giving it to God and praying that he'll send me the right people and trusting that he will. And sure enough, he did. So.
I love that, Lindsay. And it's so true. Like I even just kind of went to your page real quick, and I'm like, wait, you better believe I'm going to post those song lyrics this week. But no, yeah. Like it's, people can go to your page and they can see some of you, and then you're putting in the business. This is honestly attraction marketing at its finest. And so I love that. And so when it comes to signing the distributors, so you have people come to you, and then do you have what are your non-negotiables that you do every day?
Well, every single day I grow my network. I like to personally go to ads on Facebook, and I'll add people. I'll go to, for example, like this shirt that I'm wearing is from a Christian company, and I'll go to that company's page and I'll add people, and knowing they're going to like the kind of content that I post about. And sometimes, because I wear these kind of shirts all the time, and sometimes I'll have a picture of me wearing these shirts in the post, and they're like, oh, I have that shirt. I'm like, oh, what a coincidence. But because I added them from that page. But I grow my friends list every single day, trying to add like-minded people. I do work post to post a lot. I post business, post product, post personal every single day, follow-ups every day, and interacting on my newsfeed every day.
I love that. So for you're like, I'm going to post, your goal is to have kind of you 3 posts is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. And then you're growing your network. So new people are seeing your stuff. Do you have a number of host to posts you send a day? Or you just
I prefer to get 5 to 10 host to posts put up in a day.
Okay.
Sometimes obviously we slack on that, but that's the goal though.
Just 5 to 10. And then do you message people asking them to join your team, or are you just kind of doing the other stuff and they will come, or you might be host to post?
If they're not just coming to me, or if I'm not getting them through host to post or through my post or whatever, then I will message people and ask them. If things get slow, then I will message people and ask them about being a product tester. or about being, well, both product tester and being a distributor.
I love that. And I mean, that's true. When you're posting 3 times a day, people are seeing your stuff. You have like really awesome stuff. So y'all, if you want to get great post idea, Lindsay Davis, don't add her as a friend. Click follow, because she probably can't, accept everybody as a friend. But I love that. Click follow. You can see her stuff. Lindsay's so awesome. Not even in 1 year. Signed 10 distributors last month. Like double diamond. Huge, huge, huge congrats. Thank you so much. So if you could tell everyone one thing to do, what would you tell them to do real quick, Lindsay?
Grow your network. Like a bunch of people. Like add as many people as you possibly can.
So what
like-minded people.
A day? Like, do you have a number? If you're like, okay, try to add this many a day.
I mean, ideally, it'd be good to get like an extra, like new, like people to actually accept your request. Like 50 to 100 would be good.
Okay, so you better be adding to get 50 to accept. Okay, I love that, and I love that you said pick, people that you want. You go to that Christian clothing store. You go to that, whatever. Awesome. Thank you, sister. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Next up, Melissa Ruiz. Let me unmute her. Melissa, can you hear me, girlfriend? Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying.
I got it. Can you hear me?
Yay!
Okay, I'm here.
Let me see where you're at. Okay, girl. How are you?
I'm doing great. Finally, officially moved into our new house, so I'm finally settled and ready to work and start getting some LCs. I feel like I'm so behind.
No, you're not. I'm sure you're not. Okay, so tell us. Okay, so tell everyone how long you've been in. What's your rank? If you want to say how many distributors you signed last month, and then let us know what did you do to sign these distributors.
Okay, my name is Melissa Reese. I've been with It Works for 3.5 years. And I am triple diamond with It Works, and I signed 8 distributors last month. I was trying to go through here. I have another book, you guys. Billy actually gave me this one at conference, but I have another one. And it is so true, Sherry, what you said about writing down your goals and trying to accomplish it, because I swear, with moving, I don't know where that book is at, but I literally had all my LCs and all my DTs written, and then on one side with my goal. And I've screenshot it and I've sent it to Billy so she could see what I'm doing. And I don't know, I think it's cool to have those goals for yourself. And just writing them down, it just makes you feel like every day you have to do something okay, I'm doing this. What's my goal today? How many LCs have I signed? Or how many distributors? And so what I've done last month to sign so many distributors is I just started posting more. I 10x'd it. I posted more about the business. I blew up my stories, and I literally messaged everybody on my social media. So the 5,000 almost friends that I have, I literally went through all my A's. I made it to maybe my P's. I made it through. So I literally went through, and I was just sending the DT message. One day I would send DT messages, the next day I was sending LC messages. And I honestly, at that point, I didn't care who I was sending it to. I feel like everyone should get that opportunity offered to them. I mean, it's just life-changing. It doesn't matter what background we come from, you know what I mean? So I just felt like I was just offering either the products or the opportunity. And yeah, that's what I did.
I love that. Okay, so tell everyone this. So you're you 10x'd it, you're posting more, you're messaging more. So in an ideal day, what is it that you would do to grow your business? If you're okay, these are the things I like to do every day. Get specific with us of give us some numbers, or what is it that you try to do every day?
Okay, so every day as I try to go in, when I would go in and message through my A's, through my B's, through my C's, every night before I went to bed, if it wasn't every night, it was the next morning, I would literally go through my messages on Facebook and from the messages before, or the day before if I didn't already, but I try to keep up with it every day. And anyone that left me on unread, or I feel like when they, when you have that circle, when you send a message to someone, but it's not blue, right? And if I ever came across that person, I messaged them in 2017, and I still saw that same little symbol that it didn't get sent, I'm okay, girlfriend's never gonna see it. Unfriend her. Bye, Felicia. We've been friends since 2017. You still haven't read my message. I sent you another one and I feel like it's never going to go through. So me doing that felt like I can remove people from my social media, which meaning having, because Facebook only allows you to have 5. And I feel like Facebook is my really huge like warm market. So having 5,000 friends only, it helped me go through my messages. If I'm starting from my A's all the way through my Z's, that's showing me all my friends. I'm trying to do as much possible. Take out, bring in new fish. Take out, bring in new fish. Especially the people that are like, no, thank you, I'm not interested. Whatever bad comments or whatever people, there's just stuff that people say. So it's like, okay, bye, block, and you just take them out and add new people. So that's really all I did, and just messaged. I really 10x'd it. When we have our group chats for to help people in our team, like just little groups and stuff to help push, like our push groups, Moni went in there and she was like, sent out 20 messages. And then I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna 10x it. I think it was like 41, 61 messages, I don't know, but it was all distributor messages, and I literally screenshot every single one of them and I sent it in there, and they're like, wow, you did 10x it. So that's how serious I was. Like I was literally just 10xing everything last month.
So if you were to tell everyone, give them one tip, what would that tip be?
Just
like
don't
one thing for to take and to go do.
Yeah, just ask. I promise, because posting's not asking. Some people out there don't want to ask. Maybe they just feel like they're not good enough and they just need you to tell them like, girl, what? You don't need nothing, like just voice memos, like telling them like, you don't need zero experience. You didn't know anything joining this business either. Like we didn't know anything. We all started from the bottom, you know what I mean? And so you don't have to be live on Facebook. I've heard like Alyssa Hoy doesn't go live, or she's like super shy or something, right? I believe I've heard her say on Tips from the Top too, like, so you don't have to go live. I mean, I know there's so many people that don't go live on Facebook that have been in the business and still are successful. So some people think they have to go live just because they see me go live or whatever. So I just kind of explain it to them, but a lot of people don't know that. So they're scared to jump into something, so they don't want to ask. So when I go in comfortably asking them, it's kind of easier to make conversation, I feel like. I don't know.
Thank you. Will you put in the chat one of your favorite messages you use to ask people, Melissa?
Yeah, and I'm really basic, you guys. It's probably something that y'all already have. I'm old school. I don't change the scripts because they work. They work. It's just hard sometimes to kind of share with everyone. I will share with y'all. It's the same thing, but it's the, hey, girl, I'm not trying to bug you. And then I'll type it in here so y'all can see it. But it's crazy because whenever you start sharing it, everybody wants to use it, right? So then I come across some people that are like, I've gotten 10 messages like this already. So just try to switch it up a little bit, make it sound more like yourself, totally use it. I mean, but if you get those people that are like, hey, some girl just sent me this, just try not to have mutual friends to your team members, basically. And then you probably wouldn't have that problem. So I'll share it in the chat.
And that's true. Yeah, you can do things to switch it to make it more like you. I love that. Thank you, girl. So proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Robin. Let's see. I think I get you unmuted, Robin. Let's see. Can you hear me, girlfriend?
I can hear you.
Yay! Okay. Let me see where you. There's your beautiful face. How are you?
Hi.
Hey. Okay. So you, girl, were not only a top distributor enroller, but you were Diamond Empire's #1 enroller out of our entire team of like 10,000 distributors. You
wow.
were the
really?
top. Yeah, you really.
Oh my gosh. I'm still shocked.
You were the top enroller. So I want you to tell us how long you've been in the business, your rank, and then if you want to share how many distributors you signed, you can, but we want to know some tips from you, sister.
Okay, so I joined mid-May of this year.
This year, y'all, May.
I went double diamond in August.
Double diamond in 3 months. Okay, I'm getting mind blown. Keep going.
And so I think I signed 13 DTs this month. I'm not like 100% sure. I was telling my husband, count it up, but I don't know. I don't keep track of a lot of things. I'm not very organized. I just have my goals and I go. I have tunnel vision. That's just how I am.
It's working. Don't change it. Okay.
So I'm so excited. Wow. I'm just, yeah.
Okay, so tell us, so what do you do to sign these distributors, Robin?
So, what I've always done, I changed it up a little bit this month, and I think it really helped.
Okay.
I do everything that my upline tells me, that everything that Danielle tells me, and it works. So, I just recently changed up one of the scripts a little bit for the host to post, and it's working really good because I just felt like I was sending like the same stuff over and over, and I don't want to spam people.
Yeah.
And so my goal is to hit 200 or to send out 200 messages a day, but our lives are super crazy at the moment. And we're actually getting ready to move this weekend from Arizona to California. So yeah, it's like really crazy, but so I don't always hit my goal every day of 200, but I make sure every day I get up a giveaway post on my wall. And I've always done that. So I've upped it a little bit about the personal posts. So I try to share more about, because our lives are really crazy and busy, and we have 5 kids between us and 2 grandkids, and my daughter that lives in Germany, and we lived there for a long time. So it's really easy to share like our travels and things like that. But sometimes I do struggle. So, I'll take a picture of our dogs or, something like that people can relate to. And I think that's super important. And I've actually tried to get at least 2 of those posts up every day since the beginning of September. Another thing I did was I stepped out of my comfort zone and I actually started doing some live videos.
Okay.
So I'm a very open and friendly person, but when it comes to actually being on camera and going live on Facebook, I was very hesitant. But I felt like God was speaking to me on September 11th. My husband was in Germany working, and I started thinking about what that day meant to us. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like God just like downloaded the message to give to me. Mm-hmm. And so I jumped on by myself. I was alone in my house. My kids were at school. I jumped on and started talking about what 9/11 meant to us, because 19 years ago, that's when my husband started his pilot training. Mm-hmm. And so I used like the struggles that he went through, the struggles that we went through as a couple, and what the day meant to us. And I think that it just exploded. I think that people want to hear that we're not perfect, that we have problems too. And I feel like I can do that really well with people, and I feel like it helps.
I love that.
It really helps grow the business. And so that's one thing I started doing new.
So tell us, okay, so, and you've said so much good stuff, but I love too. You said every day you post about the giveaway. So like this month we're doing the $500, Amazon or cash, giveaway. So right. You're posting like that daily, Robin?
Every day.
Every day.
I never miss that. And I like I said, I have my goal of 200 messages a day.
So you send 200 messages. So yeah, walk us through those non-negotiables. So it's like, if you're like, this is what I like to do every day. So you said 200 messages, you post about the host to post giveaway. What other posts do you like to have up?
2 personal posts. I do at least 2, if not, usually about 2 about the products. Sometimes a little bit more if I need more volume, then I'll post more about the products.
Okay.
But I just try really hard to get personal with people. So I message a lot, I post a lot, and I follow up a lot. I am a firm believer in follow-ups. And even if they don't answer you, I just change up the message a little bit and I follow up again. And I probably do that at least every 2 weeks, mm-hmm. sometimes every week. It just depends, because I'm never without anything to do, because I post so much, I follow up so much, and I have notebooks. You want to see them?
Yeah.
So this is I'm really old school. I have to have everything on paper. So this is my notebook for DTs.
Okay.
And I have all my people in here since I started.
I love that. Yeah.
And then I have another one for my LCs.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I go through those, and I also go through all my host to posts. I try to go through those at least every second day. Everyone that's done a host to post for me, I go through and I've been putting up post to post also about looking for people to join the business.
Okay.
So I just up a lot. And another thing that I do too is I send out a message to the people that have done host to post saying, hey, I'm really impressed by you. Maybe you would be interested in joining the business. And there's like a script for that. And I send that out also.
So tell me
probably once a week.
Once a week. That I love that, asking the host to post people. So when you joined, would you say you had a big network, or like how many Facebook friends, or when you first joined?
When I first joined, I had about 1,000 Facebook friends because my husband and I were in ministry, and because we've kind of been all over and traveled a lot, I gained friends through that.
Okay, and then now, how many friends do you have from that?
I'm at my 5,000. We're going through and cleaning stuff up now. So
you joined in May and expanded your network 4,000 people to now.
It's so important. Like, I can't even stress how important that is. I tell my team too, because we signed up so many people. Like, I'm kind of like stressing a little bit over training everybody, because I don't want to just let them fall to the wayside. Like, they need to know how to do what we're doing. And so my husband is really good with that. Like, he sends up a lot of follow-up messages. He's cleaning out my Facebook right now. My Facebook friends. So we just kind of do this as a team. But I always tell my team, post, and I post 5 to 6 times every day.
Okay.
Host to post. You have to have at least one giveaway every day, and every day add friends. And I lose track of how many friends I add, because Facebook will only let you add 1,000 that haven't been responded to yet, and then you got to go and clear those out.
Okay.
And so I add so many that I have to clear them out probably at least once a week.
Okay. So y'all, this is why this girl is, it's just everything you're saying is you're putting in action, like you're doing it. You really are posting. Like we say, post, message, follow up, expand your network. You literally talked about all 4 of those things.
Right.
If she's doing those, she's 10xing those, and she's reaping a massive harvest from doing it. So what would be the one thing, if you were to tell them right now, Robin, in closing, like if you're like, okay, this is what I want you guys to go do, what would you say?
One thing? There's not just one thing. You have to do all of them.
I love that.
You have to. Like, you can't just do one thing. One thing is not going to get you the DTs on your team. One thing is not going to get you the volume. You have to figure out a way to fit it all in. And it's not easy, but if you want to be successful, you have to. And so
I love that.
Again, post 5-6 times a day. That's what I do. Host to post every single day, with the giveaway or messaging, or both. Both is even better. And friend request. And that's what I tell my team. If you guys do this, you can't lose. And I had one of my new DTs. She actually got angry with me and started sending me a message like, why aren't you training me? And I said, I am training you. I said, this is what you do. Post, friend request. Post, friend request. She said, that's it? And I said, yeah, that's it. And tomorrow I'm going to teach you how to do a host to post.
Yeah. I said, hey, I love that, girl. Oh, no. Post, message, follow up, expand your network. Boom. There you have it from Robin. Oh, thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
So proud of you. So proud of you. Incredible. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Y'all better be taking so many notes. Okay. Next up, Tessie. Tessie, are you here, sister?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Yay. Okay, girl, tell everyone, how long you've been in, what's your rank, if you want to say how many DTs, and how did you sign them?
Okay, my name is Tessie Carter, and I joined in February. Tomorrow will be 8 months, and I am double diamond, and I signed 7 LCs and 7 DTs last month.
Okay, so you are double diamond, And you just said tomorrow will be 7 months.
8 months.
Tomorrow will be 8 months. So you're a baby. So Tessie's a baby in this business, rocking and rolling, top DT enroller. Holy moly. Hey girl, everyone on here wants your secrets. What are you doing?
So last month was actually my slowest month.
Her slowest month. Okay.
Last month was my slowest month. And I feel it's because I switched it up and I started at the beginning of the month, mainly concentrating on DTs, and I kind of lost track of host to post, which is major for me. 1 month I was able to sign 75 customers just from host to post. So host to post is like my major, have to do every day, non-negotiable. So host to post is major for me, and posting more in my stories. I started posting my why twice a day in my stories and product posts, and then also adding in pictures of my kids or me and Paisley in car rider line or anything like that. So like my product, life, and business in my posts and in my stories all day. I think I have like probably 20 going a day.
In your stories. Okay. So I love that. Product, life, business. Share the products, share the business opportunity, share about you. I love that.
And I try and take a picture like with me and my coffee and then post the coffee, or like the greens, me and the greens, and then I'll post something about the greens. So I always try and post a picture of me and the product so that my market sees me taking the products and I'm not just selling it. I'm taking it every day also.
I mean, that's a huge tip. So using the products, you guys, if you didn't hear that, she's using them. So her market is seeing her use them. Okay. So when it comes to actually signing these DTs, are they coming to you? Are you messaging them? Tell us that real quick.
I was sending out messages asking for DTs, but I just wasn't personally having luck. Either they didn't have enough money and they just never joined me. So I kind of quit and I just send out post to post messages for, the giveaway. But I find they're reaching out to me because I started, since Spring Carpet, I started putting, instead of like copying and pasting my business posts, I like from top to bottom make up my own completely. And I always put why I joined, like what I joined for. So I joined for $200 to $300 a month to pay for Paisley tumbling and weekend getaway trips. And what it's doing for me now, what it's paying for. So I always put those two things, and I try and do 2 life posts a day. 2 business posts a day, a life post, and then a product post.
I love that. So that seems to be a common denominator. You top enrollers are having multiple posts going up. Okay, I love that. So if you were to give everyone, Tessie, a tip, like something to tell them to go do, what would you say to go do right now?
Oh, God. I would probably suggest doing the stories, adding more stories, because so many, my stories, like 200 plus people see my stories a day. And I think they're seeing my stories and then they're going to my page and then still seeing all my business and life posts in there also. So they're still able to see who I am and, that I'm doing it for my kids.
I love that. Thank you, girl. And I'm blown away by the 75 LCs in a month. I've never signed 75 LCs in a month. So when you did that, how many people were you asking to host a post, or how many host a posts were up?
So that's whenever we were doing the mass messaging in Messenger. So I was sending out 500 to 600 messages a day in like 30 minutes. But now I go down my friends list so that I hit everybody.
Now you go down your friends list. So how many messages do you send a day asking someone to host a post?
I definitely do 100. I'm trying to up it to 150.
Will you put in the chat what message you send to ask people to host a post for us, so anyone who wants to save it can save it?
Sure.
Awesome. Oh my goodness, Tessie, so proud of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Tiffany. I'm going to unmute you, sister. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hey,
Yeah.
girl. Okay. Tell us about you. You've heard the whole spiel, where you're, how long you've been in, your rank, all that.
Okay, so I've been in for 3.5 years. I'm a triple diamond, and yeah. What else did you want me to say?
Okay, triple diamond, 3.5 years. How many DTs did you sign last month, and how did you sign them?
Yeah, I signed 7 last month,
okay.
And I feel like what I did differently last month from what I had done previously was I did more videos in my story because I messaged Kelly and I was like, okay, I want to be a top enroller with DTs. I needed fresh people on my team. And I was like, tell me what do I need to do? And she was like, more videos, get in your story and do more videos. So I started doing more videos, and I wasn't just like talking about the business. I was also talking about my life in the video. So I'm like being relatable. I'm talking about, like my son potty training and like just things I'm going through being pregnant. I'm pregnant too right now. So we're talking a lot about that. And then in those videos, I'm also making my coffee. So I'm talking about my coffee, but I'm first talking about like, regular life stuff. And then I'm talking about the coffee, or I'm talking about the business opportunity, or I'm telling them I have 3 spots left this month to join my team for $49 or whatever we have going on. But that's really what I feel like the game changer was for me. And then I also started messaging for host to post for the opportunity on Instagram. And so then I was messaging people, asking them to post for me. And the people that I was messaging they're coming back and like asking me, because now they're watching my story, because they're like, okay, who's this girl? Like, we've never had any interaction before, like talking wise. And then they're going and they're watching my story. My stories my views have gone up, comments and likes on my posts have gone up from just messaging for host to post and getting in my videos. And then those people are the ones who are joining my team this last month, were people that I asked to host to post for me. And then they're going back, watching my stories. And then they're like, okay, what is this thing that you do? I need to know all about it. And so that's where I signed one distributor from Facebook that commented on a post, but the other 6 were from Instagram.
Okay, so the other ones were from Instagram. Okay, so I love that. And I love that you're utilizing stories, because it's true. Like, Instagram favors new things that they're putting out there. So IG stories, even the Instagram IGTV, like when you're using those new features they're giving us, they want to show that to everybody. So what did you say? I don't think I wrote it down. What's like that number? Do you have a number of posts you like to do a day, or a number of stories you like to have there a day, or anything like that?
I only post 3 times a day. I just do a product, a lifestyle, and then a business, but I blow my story up all day long.
Blow your stories.
Like all day. I do like slide ones, and I'll do videos. I'll do little videos of just my kids playing, just whatever I'm doing, we're documenting the whole thing all day.
And what about, Robin had a good question. Do you do host to post in your stories or no?
Not in my story, but I have other people host to post for me in their story. So I just made like a little graphic, on over, and it just like talks very briefly about what I'm looking for. And then I have them have 3 places to contact me. So they can contact me on Facebook, through text message, and I also have the person tag me, so they can click my name and message me too. So I do get people messaging me every other day, like asking about an opportunity just based off of like they saw someone else's story. So, but I do get a lot of people that are posting for me, messaging me about the opportunity.
I love that. Okay, so if you were to tell everyone in here like one thing, where you're like, this is what you need to do if you want to sign distributors, what would you say?
I would say get in your story and do videos. I'm really like heavily teaching my team right now to get vulnerable. Just like, I don't remember what was her name, the one that signed a lot of distributors when she was top enroller. Anyways, like she was saying, like, get like vulnerable. People want to see that you're real. And so find something that you can talk to people about that's relatable, but not airing your dirty laundry. We know not to do, that's wrong, but talking about something that's relatable so that people know that you're real, that you struggle too, and they can trust you, and it builds that relationship.
I love that. Thank you, Tiffany. So proud of you, girl. Oh my goodness. Okay. Last up, which is perfect timing because we're coming to our hour, is Tracy. Miss Tracy Sings, one of our DT's top enroller for last year. Can you hear me, Trace?
I can. Hello.
Hello, friend.
How's
okay, girl. Tell everybody how long you've been in, your rank, and what you signed last month, and how you did it.
Okay, so I am a triple diamond, but not for long.
And I have been with It Works for little over 2 years. I joined in June of 17.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. And you're always a top enroller, Tracy. Always.
I'm just going to echo what everybody said. I actually made a list of things that I wanted, to encourage all about is vulnerability. I mean, so I've got a story of, recovery, addiction, domestic violence, and I was real private about that for a long time. And then I came out with it, and that's when my business took off.
Wow.
And it's because everybody's got stuff, you guys, like everybody's got issues. And when you talk about your stuff, it gives people courage and hope. Like, it makes people feel like I'm not so bad. And it makes them feel like maybe I can tell my story. Like it gives them like kind of bravery, And so I'm just loud and proud and bold about my story on a regular basis. And part of it is just because I want to offer hope, to the world that anybody can do anything. If I can be, top enroller and, headed to the top of this company, VIP, like why can't you? Why can't anybody,
I love that. And I mean, I love what you say because it's so true. And I probably should have had everybody on here share some of that. But I mean, we have moms, we have grandmas, you don't have kiddos. We've got, I mean, it's just like such a mix of, I think we've had people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, like all of it. Like, and I love that. It's like, there is not a mold you have to fit into. And it's
right.
So true. People say yes to you before they say yes to the business. But okay, Tracy, you're so consistent because I mean, you really always are at the top of our leaderboard. So will you tell us kind of, because sometimes people hear like post, message, follow up, expand your network, but can you give us like some specifics of like, what is a day like of what Tracy does, or what do you do in a power hour? Maybe someone's on here and they're like, hey, I work full time. What is it you would say to do in a power hour to like specifically for their business?
Oh Lord, I'm not really the best one to ask this to because I'm kind of all over the place.
Hey, that's okay.
I just asked Danielle tonight. I'm like, help me come up with a 6 list because I'm kind of, because I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants, kind of like Rachel needs ignorance on fire. Like the fire's the important part,
Okay.
Like
I love that.
Like with the incentive points and like, I want all the things, I want presidential, I want ambassador. So I just go lightning speed ahead. And a lot of the self-development that that I listen to talks about, you don't like have to have a plan. You don't have to, like, you just have to put the action through. And that's a lot. I'm very green. And I think that I've gotten in my own way a lot because I'm like, I'll sit and feel kind of stuck. Like, I don't know what to do. So I don't do anything, and, Ben and I have talked about this a lot, and he's just kind of like, like us. I was listening to Ed Milet today, who's like, he's my jam these days. Like, love him. But he's just talking about like, it doesn't really, matter. Like the stuff you procrastinate about, you don't have to figure it out. You don't have to know how to do it. Just start, just do it,
Well, you just said 2 key things. So I almost don't even care about your 6 list right now, because what I love that you just said is you said, number 1, that you mentioned self-development like 5 times. You're feeding yourself. You're not an empty well trying to pour out. You're not a hurt person that has all this stuff, or, you might have had some hurt, but like you're listening to things, filling yourself up. And I think that's super crucial. That, and then you said like ignorance on fire, like you're just on fire. You're excited. You're passionate. You want incentive points. You want to promote. So fire plus keeping yourself full. I don't know if there's anything better than that. Like, I mean, that's going to make you go, and I think that's probably 2 of the huge things that you've got going for you, I love that.
One other thing, can I touch on one other thing real quick? Is about, that has to do with mindset, is I've always been a top enroller when we had like $20 coupons. So like in February, I signed 69 that month, because it was $20. And so like I remember asking you at the leadership retreat, like, when are we going to have another $20, And like, I kind of had this mindset thing that like, I could only be a top enroller if it was $20. products, and all of a sudden I don't know, I had some kind of mindset shift. And I started I had codes in my back pocket, y'all, half price codes. And I was giving people the script that said it was $99. And I was having people join, y'all, with codes in my back pocket, and that was just because I got rid of that mindset. Like they have to pay, like, oh my gosh, this thing has changed my life. Like I would pay, like if I had $1 million, I would pay to join again. Like that's how valuable this business is to me. So $99 is nothing. I pay more on that for like my mani and pedi and eyelashes a month, like that's nothing.
No, and that's so true. It is a mindset, Tracy. I think that I love that you hit on that because it's what you believe. If you believe $99, no one will pay it. And the number of times I've heard it, none of my friends can afford it. All my friends are broke. No one can pay that. Girl, yes, they can. They can pay $99. People, they're homeless, but they got their iPhones and data and Wi-Fi. Like, I mean, literally, like, people pay for what's important. They figure it out. Like, I mean, people do, literally. So it's like, if you think no one will join, they won't. But if you're like, heck yeah, I've got a gift. Like, this changed my life. This changed my family. Like, it's only, like I always say, even in my little script, it's only $99. And with that, you get over $100 worth of product. Nothing to lose. You start out ahead. They're like, awesome, great. Like, it doesn't matter to me if it's 99 or 49 or 20, like, it's all how you present it. So I love that. Okay, so what would be the tip, Tracy, in closing, that you would say to everyone on here that's like, I want to be like you?
Oh gosh, I got so much to say. Be transparent. Be transparent. Tell your story. Most recently, the biggest, I've had another mindset shift. I mean, even beyond what's already happened in the miraculous things that have already happened in me. But most recently, what's happened to me because of green carpet is I believe that I can lose weight with these products. Like that I can have success with these products. And I'll probably start to get emotional here. But like, I believed in these products for everybody else, but for some reason, not for me. And a green carpet, that just changed. And I came home and I just decided, not only am I going to be on stage as an ambassador, but I'm going to be a trim ambassador. Like, it's just going to happen, just because I want to be my very best self. And I want to, if there's been a part of me all along that's been like, felt like a little bit like a sham, and so I just want to believe in it through and through and through and through, and I want to be my very best self, so use your products, believe they can work for you just like they do everybody else. Be loud about it. I probably have 100 stories every day now because I'm like, every time I make coffee, I'm shooting it. Every time I take my Thermify X, I'm shooting it. I mean, every day, all the time,
And so, I mean, I don't know, do you have a weight that you've lost? Because you showed a photo of the same shirt from before and after. I mean, and that was like with like a month and you already look smaller. So is there?
That was less than 3 weeks ago. That was green carpet. Yeah.
So in 3 weeks.
I mean, I saw a picture of me at green carpet and a side by side of me now. And like, just my face is just different in less than, and so it's more than just, it's kind of like I was saying with the business, it's what I'm getting all my conversations confused today, but I was telling one of my DTs today, it's action and mindset together. Have to go together, because if it's mindset without action, then it's like kind of, I don't know,
just a dreamer.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's, just action with that mindset, then you're going to just keep hitting a brick wall, so it's got to be both. And so like, I've been that way in my business, but I haven't been that way in my health with my products. And so that's just going to take me to a new level. And I just expect to be signing 40 to 50 distributors now, because I'm passionate, I'm loud, and I'm just, I'm telling everybody all the things. And actually, I went live on Facebook and told this whole story about products and signed a distributor right after that because she watched it.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Just being transparent, using the products, keeping yourself filled up and putting in the action. I think that's everything. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Tracy. We're cheering you on. Girlfriend to presidential to ambassador. You're an inspiration to so many. So proud of you. Wait, yeah. Danielle said Tracy has already signed over 100 LCs in a month before this. So you've already had months where you've signed 100 customers. That's nuts. I mean, that's just like mind blowing to me. Like I can't even fathom that. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Wow. Okay, you guys. So I would say if there is nothing you get from tonight, I hope that you saw a group of women also different, also with different stories, yet all being successful, you know? And I feel like they just gave us so many tips from, you know, posting multiple times, sharing our stories, sharing our life, using IG stories, you know, going live. Like, I mean, we've been told exactly what we do, which a lot of times I think we kind of already know what to do. We just have to put it into action. So I feel like we've got all of it right now. We've been told. So now let's decide tonight before you go to bed, implement something you heard. Implement something, whether you ask some people to host a post. Maybe you post about the Amazon giveaway. Maybe you put some new things in your story. Maybe you decide to message some people. Do something from one of these ladies that you heard and watch what it does for your business. So that's it, you guys. I love you. I hope everyone has a good night. Bye.